Here we are for another Hodge Podge Australia YouTube video. Today we're making flower cupcakes. I'm starting with a sunflower cupcake, so I have baked my cupcakes and I have smoothed them off on the top, made them all one level with some simple yellow buttercream icing. I'm using Wilton's tip number 21, which is just your simple flower petal star type tip. From here it's just a simple star dot all around the outside in a circle, keeping the dots nice and close to the edge of your cupcake case, just following it around, having a nice little point on the end. You want to make sure you have that point so that it looks like the edge of the petals, and just following that all the way around. We then do the same on cupcake 2, so starting at the edge, keeping them really nice and joined together so they all overflow and they look like the petals on a sunflower. Once we're finished decorating our cupcakes, we want to grab our little choc bits. They're these small little chocolate pieces, and we're simply going to place them in the centre. I'm a little bit pedantic, so I like to lay mine out nice and flat and in concentric circles or with a few little overlapping, but you can also just pile them in there all messy, all on top of each other. It really comes down to personal preference. I like mine a little bit straighter, and it also comes down to your time frame too. So doing that again with the second one, you can see my pedanticness when I zoom in, that I'm having them all nicely layered right next to each other, but you can just put them all in a nice heap. And now you can see we have two lovely sunflower cupcakes. Next we're moving on to our pretty petals cupcakes. We need 3 tones for these ones, so I've got your simple white buttercream. I've then tinted it a slight yellow, and then we're also using the darker yellow that we used on the sunflowers, so at least we don't have to worry about too much tinting. Starting with your standard cupcakes again, you're going to do the same thing you did with your sunflowers at the start with the dark. You're going to pipe a nice brim, and as you can see my cupcake's a little bit low there, but we can just fill it with icing. So you're going to do the circles again on the outside, all the way around, nicely touching each other right up above the cupcake container. Once you've finished one circle, you're then moving on to the second colour, which is the slightly less bright yellow. So I suppose you'd call that a pale yellow. I guess everybody else in the world would except me. I just like to call it a less bright yellow. And you're going to do exactly the same, piping a smaller circle inside the larger circle, nice and close together, closing off any of the gaps so you can't see any of the cupcake underneath, and joining it together, and then doing the same on the second cupcake. Lastly, you just want to get the white icing into the middle. You only need a very small amount in the piping bag, not needing to waste a lot, and you're just going to put in a dot in the middle to fill up the gap that you've got left over. Big squeeze, nice big circle, and then you've finished. It's all done. It's that easy. The most time-consuming part of this whole cupcake is simply just breaking up the icing and tinting it into the different shades. Once you have that all set to go, you can streamline these out very easily. I'll quickly do some pink ones. Just after this, I've done the dark shade, then the light shade, and then the white. And we'll do it in super speed so that you don't have to watch the nice slow movements again. And we'll see the finished product at the end. While you're waiting for me to finish, don't forget to subscribe to us here at Hodge Podge Australia for more videos. Here they are all done. You can see when you join them together with the pink, the yellow, and the sunflowers, if you have a huge tray of these out in some sort of afternoon tea, they'd be a lovely hit.